In the vast, sun-scorched lands south of ancient Egypt, along the winding Nile River, lay a kingdom that history almost forgot. This was Nubia, a land of fierce warriors, skilled traders, and proud kings who built pyramids that rivaled those of their northern neighbors. Yet, unlike the smooth, monumental pyramids of Egypt, Nubia's pyramids were slender, steep, and clustered in great cemeteries, standing as silent sentinels over a civilization that once thrived in the shadows of the desert. The story of Nubia begins long before the pyramids rose. For thousands of years, this land was a crossroads of cultures, a place where the desert met the river, and where people learned to harness the power of the Nile's life-giving waters. Nubians were known for their strength and resilience, their ability to survive and flourish in a harsh environment. They traded gold, ivory, and exotic animals with Egypt and beyond, weaving themselves into the fabric of ancient history. But it was during the rise of the kingdom of Kush, around 750 BCE, that Nubia's story took a dramatic turn. Kush was more than a kingdom. It was an empire that would one day challenge Egypt itself. The Kushite kings, seated in the city of Napata, declared themselves pharaohs, rulers not just of Nubia but of Egypt as well. For a brief but powerful period, Nubia ruled the Nile Valley, blending Egyptian traditions with their own rich culture. It was in this era that the Nubian pyramids were built not as mere tombs, but as powerful symbols of kingship and divine authority. Unlike the broad bases and gentle slopes of Egyptian pyramids, Nubian pyramids soared sharply into the sky, their narrow peaks piercing the blue. They were smaller in size, but packed with meaning. Each pyramid marked the resting place of a king or queen, a sacred gateway to the afterlife where the spirit could live on forever. The pyramids were surrounded by temples and chapels, places where priests performed rituals to honor the dead and ensure their safe passage to the next world. The walls were carved with images of gods and goddesses, of battles won and lost, and of royal ceremonies that celebrated the power of the Kushite rulers. These carvings tell us much about the beliefs and values of Nubia, a people who saw themselves as both African and connected to the ancient traditions of Egypt. If you're enjoying this story, don't forget to like and subscribe for more stories that bring history's greatest mysteries to life. Yet, despite their grandeur, the pyramids of Nubia were largely forgotten for centuries. The sands of time covered many of them, and the world's attention remained fixed on the wonders of Egypt. It was only in the 19th century, when explorers and archaeologists ventured into the deserts of Sudan, that the pyramids were rediscovered. Slowly, the story of Nubia began to emerge from the shadows. Archaeologists uncovered vast cemeteries filled with hundreds of pyramids, each one a piece of a puzzle that revealed a kingdom of great wealth and influence. They found artifacts of gold and pottery, inscriptions in ancient scripts, and evidence of a sophisticated society that valued art, religion, and power. The discoveries challenged the old view that Nubia was merely a province of Egypt, showing instead a proud and independent civilization. But the story of Nubia is not just about kings and pyramids. It is about a people who lived in a land of extremes, where the desert's heat could be relentless, and the Nile's floods both a blessing and a threat. It is about the struggles to maintain identity and sovereignty in a world dominated by powerful neighbors. It is about resilience, faith, and the desire to be remembered. Today, the pyramids of Nubia stand as a testament to this forgotten kingdom's spirit. They rise from the desert sands like ancient whispers, inviting us to listen closely. They remind us that history is not only written by the victors or the famous, but also by those whose stories have been buried, waiting to be told. As we walk among these ancient stones, we can almost hear the voices of Nubian kings and queens, their hopes and fears, their triumphs and losses. We see a kingdom that dared to dream, to build, and to rule, a kingdom that deserves its place in the story of human civilization. The pyramids of Nubia are more than ruins. They are a bridge to the past, a call to remember the richness of Africa's history beyond the familiar. They teach us that greatness can rise from unexpected places and that every culture leaves a mark on the world, no matter how long it takes for that mark to be seen. So, as the sun sets over the desert and the shadows lengthen across the pyramids, we are reminded that the past is never truly gone. It lives on in the stones, in the stories, and in the hearts of those who seek to uncover it. If you found this journey into the forgotten kingdom of Nubia as fascinating as we did, please like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more stories that bring the past to life. Hit the bell icon so you never miss an episode. Until next time, keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep the spirit of history alive.